like I could have really used this.
Navigating women.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. That's one of the lessons I had to learn on my own.
Yeah.
I didn't have nobody to tell me what to look for in a woman. Mm-hmm. I just had someone to, don't you bring no baby home.
No, don't bring a baby home.
Yeah, don't bring no baby home. You know, I didn't have no male figure to tell me, this is what wife is. I didn't know what a wife was.
Who taught you the birds and the bees?
The birds and the bees?
Yeah.
I mean, you can learn that on TV, you learn that from the boys, the homies, no. Soldiers, teenagers, Nobody really sat down.
Like the real, like I'm not
sex
talking
education.
About...
I mean, high school.
Sex education in school.
We had health, so you can put two and two together and make sure you know how to do that. But I had friends that
Who taught you how to put a condom on?
Huh?
Like who?
It looks self-explanatory. It's not hard, but that's not the point I'm talking about. I'm talking about I grew up with a lot of insecurities. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I'm like. When it came to women, I would have to make sure the woman want me first,
Right.
I don't like being rejected.
Right.
I had a problem with rejection back then. And then how to talk to a woman, you know what I'm saying? What kind of woman should I be talking to? And then know my own value, because my value would set the standard for the type of woman that I'm looking for.
Right.
If I knew my value back then, I might have ran into you.
Okay. And then also, I think if you have, like, people change. Like, we always talk about how people have changed. And so I can imagine that modeling your grandparents' marriage probably wouldn't have been as, it would have been a little bit outdated.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Grandpa ate first. Plate was made first. Mama cooked just about every day.
I know she did. She was a good cook, too.
And the plate was on the table. And you couldn't get your plate before my grandpa.
What if he wasn't home?
Seek ye the old ways.
But what if he wasn't home?
You get a snack.
Are you? So dinner wasn't served until he came home?
For the most part. Most of the time, Grandpa worked at night, so we ate.
Okay.
But the Sunday dinner? No. He get his plate first.
He worked nights?
Yeah, he worked nights sometimes.
Where did he work
He worked late. He worked in Galveston.
Okay.
Island Transit.
Oh, okay. Nice. So how did you learn to father without having your father present?
Through other men.
Yeah.
And experience, trial and error, really.
What came naturally?
Oh, man. Naturally, I think leadership came naturally. Because being in the Army, I had a sense of leadership. They do all that stuff in you. Discipline, stuff like that.
So you treated the kids like soldiers?
Sometimes. For the most part, they needed that. They need to be treated like...
Kids need to be treated like soldiers?
Discipline.
Okay. And then...
A regiment, patterns, all that stuff they teach you in school. And they go to school, they got a regiment. They got a rhythm. They got a whole pattern that they got to do every day at school. And it's no different in the military. It's the same thing. So kids need a pattern. They need a rhythm. And they need to be disciplined. But I'm not the disciplinary in the household, so...
Okay. All
right.
Who's
the disciplinary?
Oh, that would be me.
That's you, the disciplinary.
That would be me.
You'd be disciplinary. Okay.
No shame in my game. And so what scared you about being a father? Like, what was the scary part?
Just at the point of not being, I won't say scared, just if for some reason I was in a position to not be able to provide, it wouldn't necessarily throw me off real bad. I'm never scared, but, I ain't ever scared. But I get nervous if I'm in a position where I can't provide for the family. So it's like a leader who can't tell the soldiers what to do, or can't give them what they need. And we're about to get taken out because I don't have the equipment or the knowledge or the provision to give to them. So that would be one of the most...
I thought you would have a different answer.
Well, you asked.
Well, because I know...
Well...
Because I know we've always talked about being afraid that the kids will find themselves in a position that we can't help them out.
Yeah, that's another one too, I guess, but the adult kids, you gotta make your decision. Hey, I shouldn't help you out of it, depending on what it is.
So when we speak about presence, right, like it's not just being in the house, because I think there are people who have parents, mothers too, in the house who are there, but maybe not emotionally available.
Right.
Presence is consistency, accountability, protection, guidance, repair, and then, as I mentioned, emotional availability. So it's more than providing, right?
Yes.
So what does a present father actually do?
Okay. What I did was I made sure that I was at my kids' games. Oftentimes, I'm the coach.
You did coach in all sports, football, basketball.
Present.
track.
I would stand at the bus stop sometimes, or sit in the car, or they at the bus stop because they wouldn't let me go to the bus stop with them. Get spiritual stuff, teaching them the Bible, taking them to church, and being present. Like if they have a problem, if they need to talk, whenever they want to talk, I'm here. If they talk to me, most of them don't talk to me as much, but I'm here. We've had conversations. I've had conversations with some of the kids, and that's being present.
Yeah.
They have, open up. My little one, what's the name? Jaylyn. We had conversations on the back porch that I would never thought we would talk about. That's being present. I couldn't shut it down. I had to sit there and
listen to it.
And I'm like, and I told her what she was.
Yeah.
I told her, you can't be doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So like when we speak about presence, right? Like because you were in the military, you were gone a lot. I remember when you would come back from a deployment, or if you were TDY for months, you would come back and wouldn't really know how to fit in, And I remember when you retired, I will never forget this. Do you remember when you retired? You gonna drink my coffee? I don't put sugar in my coffee. It's just creamer in it. Do you remember when you retired and you said that you felt like you felt out of place, like you didn't have a mission? Do you remember? And when you retired, only our oldest was out of high school. We had 4 kids still in high school, and then we had Aaron in elementary school. And I was appalled. I was like, what do you mean you don't have a mission? So what does your presence look like for the older kids compared to with Aaron for the last 5 or 6 years, having a father who's always home? Like, how do you think you're present in ways for Aaron that maybe you couldn't be present for the other kids? Or do you think that you're present?
Well, we're going to explain. I didn't have a mission first, and what most soldiers go through that they've been in the same job for 20 plus years, and it's more than work. For the normal civilian, they wake up 9 to 5 going there. Sometimes we work earlier than 9 or later than 5, and we on the clock 24/7. But it's always centered around a mission.
Right.
It's always a mission there, and it's a motivational thing. So I felt like at that time period, I didn't have a mission. I was morphing into a civilian, and I didn't know what that was or what that looked like. I don't know what a 9 to 5 looked like back then. Now I'm very comfortable in it. I love it. It's the best thing, one of the best things that ever happened to me, retiring out of the military. So I am pretty much probably the civilian of the year.
Really? You think so?
Maybe.
Civilian of the year?
Civilian of the year.
Wow.
But what it looks like for Aaron is that I couldn't with the other ones. It was easier, and this may be a little crazy because there was 5 of them and 1 of him. But it was easier with them. And the reason why it was easier with them, I feel like, is because they was all, it kind of mirrored the Army. It was a big group. So we was all going to the same games, and Jada was the mean cheerleader.
Not too much.
I ain't never seen a mean cheerleader. Only my daughter.
She's gonna see this.
Yeah, she gonna see it. Hey, you was a mean cheerleader.
Right. Not too much on Jada.
Yeah. Anyway, she ain't gonna do nothing.
Not her sorority sisters catching it.
I ain't worried about no Delta.
No, I'm saying that hers are catching it with her, with the mean cheerleader.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and I say it's difficult, and the thing is not necessarily difficult. It's just all of them was athletic.
Yeah.
Aaron is forcing me to get outside of sports.
So you had more shared interests.
I have more shared interests. Well, I have interest with Aaron too, though. We love Transformers. Church and
dancing,
things too. Yeah, dancing and karaoke and stuff. But it wasn't like theirs. It was more like I was in my element with the sports and coaching, and it was more of a mission. With Aaron, it's more of growth as a father. It makes you grow.
Do you think it'll change because now he's playing golf? Like he'll be playing golf, so that's something that y'all can kind of.
The verdict is still out on that one.
Okay. Well, he said he was.
He said he's gonna play.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait and see. Okay. Golf is a very technical.
I remember Aaron is our robotics kid. And do you remember all of the robotics competitions we would do with him?
There's no cheering and nothing. It's not. I'm like trying to figure out who's beating who. What's the score? I couldn't figure out the score.
Or even when Arian fenced.
Yeah.
So his fencing matches.
Yeah. I didn't know nothing about that either. Don't know nothing about that.
No.
So that was a learning experience for me.
Yeah. Yes, interesting. But and I like even the bigger kids, like if you went fishing, they wanted to go with you. Do you remember that? Like he's like, yeah, no.
But he goes sometimes.
Sometimes, but he's like, if you said I'm going fishing, the kids were, except for Jada. Jada
wouldn't do fishing. She'd eat it.
She would eat it, but she wasn't going fishing. But the other kids, even, do you remember when they made that fishing rod and caught a fish?
Yeah.
They made a fishing rod out of string.
They made a fishing rod.
And a stick.
I had a $75 fishing rod. They caught one on a stick and a string, and I ain't catch nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. But they, that was something that whatever you were doing, they enjoyed doing too.
Yeah.
So I can see how it would be a little bit more challenging to find things with Arian. Although you and Arian are a lot alike. Y'all have a lot of similarities, but I can see how it was easier to, and I think that he requires more from us. Like,
yes,
he requires more. So like, whereas they were able to entertain one another.
Yeah.
He's not an outside kid. Like the other kids were outside kids. Yeah, they rode their bikes.
I don't think kids go outside these days.
You don't think
I think
so?
that's
I see
out of
kids
style.
in our subdivision there.
Yeah, but they own their ways or somewhere. They ain't playing.
Okay.
I don't see kids playing in the streets no more.
Okay. All right. So let's talk more about what it required for you to become father to children who were already here. Like, what was that like?
Huh? Kids that was already here.
What did it require of you to step into a father, like with Jordan, Jada, and Jalen?
A stepfather?
Step into a father role. Yeah, like what did it require of you? And how was it different?
Going into it didn't require anything.
What do you mean?
Because the way I see it, when I met you, met me, I had kids, I had kids. My thought process, they're my kids once we married.
Right.
So the same with my kids is going to be the same with yours. Yeah. However, it changes once you get into it. Now there's some requirements once I get into it because, things may not flow the way that I think it should flow. Like we're one, but you're in charge of your kids. You take charge of the kids. You know what I'm saying? So you are the one.
I'm in charge of all of the kids.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like you're more of the decision maker. If I'm in the house and you're in the house, and it's Jordan, Jada, Lynn on, and we have to make a serious decision maker, we'll talk together. But ultimately, it's gonna lie with you.
Right.
And my role, I had to grow to, is support that.
Right.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
Is where I can't say, and when you were dealing with your court cases and stuff, I can't say this is what we gonna do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No, I had to say, well, what do you want to do? How you want to roll that? And then you tell me which way you going.
Right.
And I support that.
Right.
And then vice versa. That. And then we'll come to consistency when they all in the house together. You see what I'm saying?
Do you remember?
So I had to grow to that point. It didn't start off like that.
Do you remember when we first got married and I said, I don't need you to be a father to them? Do you remember that?
I didn't understand that concept.
Do you remember what you said?
I don't remember what I said, but I don't understand that.
You said you must be outside your mind. You remember that?
I still don't understand that.
Yeah, I was like, I just need you to support me. I don't need you. They already have a father. Child.
I mean, if we gonna be right, if they had a father, I would have known them.
God bless his soul. God rest his soul.
I'm just saying.
Okay. Do you think that?
And vice versa.
Yeah. I think we had very different experiences. Like, I think that my experience as bonus mom is very different from yours as a bonus dad. Would you agree?
I don't know. What's your experience?
Are we going there? You know what my experiences were.
I think I think it's on different levels. I think our experiences, because of our exes and because of the baby daddy and the baby mama, whatever you want to call him.
I don't use that. He was my children's father.
Your children's father.
And your baby mama.
And my baby mama. And so because of who they were, like he moved differently than the other one. The other one was more like a big poodle barking. And he was sound like he's trying to be more strategic with his mess. You know what I'm saying? So he was talking, but he wasn't talking and doing things.
He wasn't blatantly disrespectful.
Blatantly disrespectful.
And he didn't teach the kids to disrespect you.
Me, but you.
But me,
You taught them to do you.
He tried to teach
Right.
them.
Mine taught them to do me and you.
I don't think they were very disrespectful to you, but maybe maybe I just have a different recollection. I think that I don't know, maybe I just have I don't recall them being consistently. Now,
you
of
recall
course,
the PX incident?
I do.
Okay.
And I think but that wasn't something that they intentionally did to you. I'm talking about them being disrespectful to you. Like, I'm talking about them, like, trying to pit you and their stepfather against one another. It was always their mom against me. Even if it was you was the aggressor in a lot of the stuff, but somehow the ire always came towards me. Like, you never overheard me in a shouting match with my ex, and my ex is talking about you, ever. That never happened.
You know why? I'm going to say this. I feel, and this may not be correct, I feel like in any relationship, a woman that experiences regret is going to attack the other person in hopes of a breakup.
I don't agree. I think that not when that other person is raising their kids, because as a woman, and I think that...
But if she can get me or break us up, she would have won, right?
I don't think that was the goal. I honestly...
Well, she said it in court.
Well, she did say that in court. But I forgot what I was getting ready to say. I forgot what I was about to say. Yeah, I feel like it was going to be a great point, too. But
it probably was.
I literally just forgot. But no, I was going to say... I forgot what I was going to say. I really forget.
Just flip the card.
No. I want to try to remember. What were we talking about?
We was talking about the kids.
What I wanted to say is that I feel like my biological kids had a lot of respect for you and love for you and admiration for you, because I remember when they were in high school, they must have been in their senior year. This was during COVID. And I think that their biological father did refer to you as a mother. You remember that? And then the kids was like, whoa, leave him out of this. He don't have anything to do with it. And I was like,
yeah,
like they just would not accept any type of disrespect towards you.
But notice the acceptance of it. When you say my kids, then notice the acceptance of when I got called all kind of stuff. They didn't stand up for me.
Well, I don't remember her calling. I remember her talking about me.
She talked about you, but she called me all kinds of stuff.
While we were together?
Yes, every time.
I don't recall that.
Yeah.
I recall being the focus of her ire.
She does.
They didn't.
So I think it's a matter of the people. Like,
yeah.
Men are different.
Yeah. And I think that, like, my family really admire you. I think that they admire you. Both sides of my family. Would you agree? They admire you. They have a lot of respect for you. But so, how did you build trust with the kids? Like, and then okay, let's answer that first. How did you build trust with my biological children?
Well, presence.
Consistency.
Provision. And just being there. Like, that's how I felt like I built trust. Being the father. Being true to who I am. Being father. That's how I felt like I built trust in them.
I think that with them...
And taking road trips.
I think that with them, we did a lot of good cop and bad cop, and I was always the bad cop.
Yeah.
And you were the good cop.
Yeah.
Even now to this day, if me and the girls are not agreeing...
But a girl's going to always take daddy's side.
They are. They take your side, always.
But they always talk about me.
They talk about me worse.
Well, yeah.
But I don't care, as long as they don't say it to me. Clock that, right? Clock it.
And did.
Clock it. And did. Okay.
Yes. I learned that at church.
And did?
Yeah. One of the youth was teaching it to me. And they said clock. They said clock it. And one girl said and did. And I said, well, what does that mean? And I learned. They told me.
So the girls didn't teach you that? I think they would be offended.
Well, let them go to church then.
Okay. What should men know before joining a family with children?
Know that it's going to be a transition. And know that every family is not the same. Know that our blended family is not necessarily the blueprint for every blended family. Because like you said, some women may just want you.
Right.
I'm going to parent my own kids. And then, you have to decide if that's what you want, because in life, that every parent ain't always around.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true.
And life can happen. Then what you want to do? You know what I'm saying? So I would say go into it with open mind and know that transition is going to be happening and everything is not going to be the same from the beginning to the end, and want to do it. And know like you are one. You're blending. You're not separate. You're blending it together. And under y'all roof, it's one. Everybody eats from the same table.
From the same, you always said that to the kids. Like, we are one family. We all eat from the same table.
Yes.
And we've kept that. That's been consistent. Because sometimes people like, well, such and such get this. And we're like, nope, everybody had the same opportunities.
Everybody has had
Some
the same
people
opportunity.
maximized them. Some people didn't. But it wasn't for lack of opportunity because they all had the
Nobody has
same.
an opportunity at this point for us to get a car. No.
Arian
nobody
does.
has. Nobody has an opportunity.
Arian does.
Let me see about that one.